Earlier this year, I said I was using the fastest bullet I've ever developed out of my 6.5 Creedmoor, the 85 grain hammer hunter that I've got zipping at 3,360 FPS. Look at this, we got hogs moving literally right here. This is all fresh. Yeah, we got more over there. But tonight, I'm going to be using an even faster and heavier bullet. This is the 97 grain absolute hammer bullet that I've got traveling at 3,485 FPS. That thing's really going to be moving. I took it prairie dog hunting back in July, and it literally popped those prairie dogs. So tonight the goal is try to get at least a coyote or two down out into the field. There's a lot of coyotes moving. I've seen them on 2 different counties where I've got game cams where they're just starting to show up. Oh, more hogs right there. What is he doing? What are you doing? You just enjoying yourself there, buddy? Goldens. But I've got 1, 2, 3 primary places that I've been pretty successful out here calling coyotes. If I do see a hog, obviously I will take a shot at those things, but coyotes are primarily the target tonight. Let's get some down on the field and we'll do a neocropsy. Ron let me borrow a 4-wheel and I drove it to a field where I've had nearly 100% coyote success. I set up my Primos Alpha Dog collar 75 yards in front of me and the decoy about another 25 yards out. I gunned up. As soon as the sun started settling, I heard coyotes howling. I tried to boot up the collar, but nothing was happening. I was going to check the collar when I scanned to my left and saw hogs working the neighbor's property about 250 to 300 yards away. I got behind my 6.5 Creedmoor to get a better view, and just like that, they were working my direction. The only problem was my scent was being blown right in their face. Listen to this hog pop. I recovered the small piglet. I fiddled with a coyote collar for the next 15 to 20 minutes and determined the batteries were expired. Before packing out, I scanned to my right and realized there was a nice-sized boar to my right, watching me as I played with my collar, and he quickly scampered off. Ron luckily had some AA batteries that I could use. I had to do a field that he saw some hogs after leaving his deer hunt. I scanned for about 30 minutes and this big boar worked in. That's a hog. A long ways away. Let's see which way he's working. He is way out there. I gotta give this a try. Let's wrap this thing. That's a big pig. Oh, way under. Right behind him. Oh my gosh, he was way out there. I went to another field where I've successfully called bobcats, but I have yet to successfully call a coyote. The same holds true for tonight, even though I heard them in this patch of trees about 30 minutes ago. Around midnight, I went back to a field that always seems to have pass-through hogs. Roughly 500 yards away, I could spot this group of 3 working the field. I quickly moved their direction. I got within 200 yards and realized the 3 hogs were already in the tree line, but when I scanned to the right, there was one last straggler. I quickly moved up another 75 yards, and we'll pick up the action from here. Woo! Definitely a little bit bigger than I expected. I do believe my scope is off. It is literally a miracle of God that I hit anything last night. When I shot the last pig, I was aiming center mass, blew it face off. The first one that I hit was a runner in a mass group, blew out the intestines. So I was literally aiming here, and look at her face. I think the bullet entered like right there. And it was doing some twirly birds, and I took another one. I was aiming, I think, slightly left. Wait, is that an entry point? No. I was aiming slightly left, and it eventually dropped her. I'm not using that gun next week. Big thanks to my buddy Ron for inviting me out to his property in West Texas. We always stop at the smokestack on the way home. Thanksgiving week, I'll be headed down to South Texas for an epic deer and hog hunt.